What's up, everybody? Big Will, K-pop for life, coming back at you. Yes, my camera is on a tilt. One of the legs is broken on my tripod, so that's just the way it's gonna be today. But I've been getting a shit ton of requests today to watch this BTS. What is this called? Love Myself. Yeah, love yourself, love myself. Global campaign videos. They've been riding this like love yourself, be yourself wave for a while. These fucking buzzwords and stuff.
I vow to no man.
This is my quartet. This is my quartet.
I don't know specifically what this is going to be about. My assumption is going to be more the UNICEF stuff, which is good work. That they're doing. Because there is a lot of shit in the world that sucks, and there's a lot of hurting, broken people. I actually have a soft spot for people that are truly broken and hurting. And I see so many fucking posers and fakers that I'm just tired of it. So I pretty much tend to call bullshit right away until I have proof otherwise. And it may not be the best way to be sometimes, but when it comes to people making money like this, I'm hoping... And you can tell me in the comments below, because I don't know. I haven't done the research. I'm hoping that all of the money made from these, from any of the videos that they made, any of these videos or concerts or whatever the fuck they're doing for this, to make money for UNICEF, every last fucking dime that's not paid to staff goes to the UNICEF Foundation for the cause that they support. If that was the case, then I would be more willing to believe it. I don't know. You can fill me in below. Let me know, because I don't know. I'm just kind of telling you, obviously, my thoughts and my inner monologue when I see this kind of stuff. So I'm going to watch this video, and I know I've rambled for 5 minutes. Let's watch the video, let's react to it, and let's see what we get. Is this a music video? Is this some kind of just elaborate commercial campaign? Chasing him with a stick? So what is this orb supposed to represent? Hope? Are we gonna hide in BTS music? So is the BTS music the hope of the future? Is that what we're going for here? Ain't that the same room from EXO's Overdose? Really? We're not going to translate this into English? Hashtag inviolence is the only thing I can read. Okay. Okay, so it was for UNICEF. For every child. I know it's... Obviously there was bullying, probably some kind of abuse. Everything that, you know, all this shitty stuff that happens in life to many of us. Let's break it down. So my immediate thoughts, if you want my honest reaction... welcome to K-pop for life. I'm not going to bullshit you, so you can go find me on Twitter and Instagram and do whatever bullshit you do. I've already had a lot of mobs after me before, so I'll just laugh at you. But my immediate thought is I don't like anything that it purposely or intentionally tries to elicit an emotional response from me. They're not ways to solve problems. Having good emotions and feeling good and the whole love yourself message, yes, of course you should love yourself. I don't know anybody that would disagree with the fact that you should like love yourself in terms of respecting yourself, have respect for yourself. But I mean, there are certain things where I don't understand. People take it to the point where it's like, I love exactly who I am, where I am, and I'll never change. It's like, well, then you've missed the entire point of loving yourself, because you should have enough self-respect for yourself to try to change and grow. But that being said, when it's talking about bullying, I come from a different era, man. I come from a different era. I came from an era where I could get into a fight in school and either get my ass whooped or whoop somebody's ass. I would just get a detention. Nowadays, and when I was in high school, it was zero tolerance. And that bullshit policy came around where now nobody's allowed to defend themselves, but people can mercilessly pick on you and fucking catch you after school and, you know, do this little like diggy shit and fucking get their friends and gangs and shit on you and come at you verbally and give you that impression that they're going to assault you and make you sort of live in like this state of fear. I saw that a lot. I went to a really shitty high school. And that kind of shit seems to be what's allowed. So the problem is not, in my opinion, necessarily bullying. Now hear me out. Bullying has always been a thing, and it always will be a thing. It doesn't matter how much you hashtag praying for you and change your fucking, your Twitter profile to say whatever. The bottom line is bullying will always be a thing. It's in human nature. But the problem with it is that people aren't allowed to defend themselves anymore, because now self-defense will get you in the same exact position as the person who was bullying you, or sometimes worse, because sometimes the person who's getting picked on straight up snaps and beats the ever-loving shit out of somebody, and then because the violence from their side looks worse, they get in more trouble. I've seen that happen too. I saw a dude pull a knife on somebody once and didn't know who he was fucking with, and this kid knocked it out of his hand, tackled him to the ground, full mounted, and beat the shit out of him. And he got in trouble. He got a knife pulled on him, and the kid got in trouble. The one guy got suspended for 2 weeks, but the other kid got expelled. He got a record. It's bullshit. So that to me, the real problem is not the fact that people are bullying. It's how do you solve it other than, don't bully, it's mean, because there's always going to be bullies. So what you need to do is teach people self-defense, and you teach them that it's okay, and here are the situations in which it's okay to defend yourself, and it is never okay to strike, hit, or harass or hurt anybody of any kind without them coming at you first, and you have, threat of physical harm against yourself. That should be fundamental, and that kind of thing has left because we live in a pussified society. But so that's my problem with that. Now, that doesn't mean that people aren't suffering with it. Obviously, people are still suffering with it because they're trapped in the society that we've built and that our parents have built. So I don't know how to deal with it. I feel bad for people that are picked on. As somebody, and I don't share this very often, but as somebody, I went to some rough-ass schools, and then when I got a little bit older in middle school, I went to kind of a decent school when we moved. The school I went to was decent, and the people were shitty. There was this white trash piece of garbage named Tom. I won't share his last name, but his name was Tom. And at the time, I was in 7th grade, and I was really obsessed with having good grades. It's the first time I ever cared. And I'm one of those people where, like, when I actually focus and care about something, I'm good at it. But most of the time, it's hard to give a shit about things. But he decided that he was going to pick on me mercilessly. And you know what I did? I fucking let him, because I didn't want to get in trouble with school, because I was worried about this zero tolerance policy. And then eventually it became habit. I can't explain it to you. Before then, I had been in so many fights. I mean, I fucking threw my teacher over my shoulder because she wrapped me up in the middle of a fight. I didn't know who it was. I just reached back and threw her. And then my teacher goes sliding across the concrete. And I only got 2 weeks of detention for that. But this kid mercilessly picked on me, grabbed me, pushed me, chased me home from school. All this typical bullshit you see in movies that actually happened. And I don't know why I let him do it, but I was scared of him, and he was half my size, which was even dumber. So I share that with you to let you know that I'm not speaking out of no experience here. Like, I've been in those shoes. It was a year of torture, where I feared getting on the bus because I knew he was going to just do shit. I feared getting off the bus because sometimes he'd get off at my stop and do shit to me. You know what I mean? Just basically just cruel torturing for no reason. I still don't know why I put up with it. I mean, I was fucking 6'7", 220 pounds in 7th grade. I was a big fucking dude for a 7th grader. And now I'm 6'8", 320 pounds. And I see him once in a while, right? He's riding his bike around because he's an alcoholic. He probably lost his license. And it's just like, man, I feel bad for him now. But I also kind of want to swerve my fucking car. But what I'm saying is, for the young people, I get it. Your whole world, you're getting all the emotions and hormones. It sucks. You know, if you're getting beat on at home, if you got some kind of abuse, if you got some kind of, depression or mental condition, just know that it gets better. All right? And that putting headphones on and listening to music may temporarily make you feel better. That's why I have a problem with these kind of things. They temporarily make you feel better. These feel-good things, you get that boost of endorphins in your system, and you're like, yeah, and then it comes back. And then you need it more and more and more and more and more. And then you latch on to things like these kind of, groups or these sort of subcultures that exist when these cult followings like the army and stuff. And I'm not saying anything bad about the army. You can watch my other videos. Some of the army's really cool. Some of them are really shitty. And even the army knows that. But you're not going to find happiness. You're not going to find real change internally or externally in music. You're not going to find it anywhere in any of that. So you have to find it within. And I kind of think that's the message in this video, but it's not conveyed in a powerful enough way in that you need to be the catalyst that makes change. Not to love yourself who you are and it's everybody else's. No. If you have fucking somebody in your life that's an asshole, remove that thing from your life as soon as you are able. I just did that. I had somebody in my life who was toxic as hell for a long time. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to have it around anymore. And I feel mentally like a brand new person, right? I feel like a brand new person. And it wasn't that hard to do. The lengths that people go to appease people's emotional state and make them temporarily feel better is the problem with this kind of stuff, because it doesn't exact lasting change. It makes you feel better and it makes you look really good on social media, because this shit I'm saying right now, people aren't going to like it. They're going to think I'm a dick or I'm being cruel or I don't understand, but I do understand. I also understand the world doesn't get less harsh as you get older. You just get stronger and learn how to deal with the bullshit. You just get better at deflecting it or dealing with it or pushing that shit out of your life or fighting it head on. And if you don't, then you forever exist as these emotionally scarred people that never pull themselves out. The bottom line is that most likely in life, there's so many fucking people in the world. There's so many people. They don't care about you because they have their own worries and their own small little circle of people that they care about. And even then, the circle of people that they and or you really care about, like that you would actually like either lay down your life or really give a big chunk of yourself to that, like on a real deep level, is even smaller. I can think of like 6 people. And I've met thousands of people in my life, and I'm friends with dozens and hundreds of people. But there's only like 6, 7 people that I would actually truly quote unquote fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna go out of a certain range unless they're my core group of people. And that's how it is with a lot of people out there. Like, people don't care. I don't know you. I can't help you through the screen right now. I can't reach into your life and make your life better. Nobody can. Nobody can do it for you. So the bottom line is that you need to change your mindset and stop posting shit on social media and trying to get that fixed. Try listening to music to hide from it or to make yourself feel better for a minute. Those things are not, they're temporary. They're not bad things, but they're temporary. You need to address the problem, face it head on, and deal with it. And if you're young and you're trapped in a shitty situation, I understand. And that's too much for me to share on YouTube, but I understand. And you got to put your head down and weather the storm, because it can't last forever. You know, if any of you guys are in a shitty spot, if you're hurting real bad, there's lots of places that you can reach out to help. But in the end, they can't do anything for you. You have to do it for yourself. Yeah, That's really it. I got no problem with what they dropped. I have issues with the entire concept of it in general. So I look forward to the comments on this. This is a long video. Sorry I rambled. Didn't mean to get all preachy, but you know, I have kids and they're going to grow up in this world, and I don't want them to be unable to deal with shit. And you know, they're not in this situation where they have, you know, people that are, you know, hurting them at the moment or anything, but they're going to get out in the world one day, and they might, and they need to know, you know, that you have a right to defend yourself, you have a right to speak your mind, and you have a right, but you also have a responsibility to look at yourself and realize that a lot of the times people's problems come from within, and they can change them by changing their mindset. And it's not an easy thing to do, which is why people get so mad about it, and why people don't like this kind of commentary and then immediately sort of deflect blame. And I'm not saying I understand everybody's situation. They're all different. They're all some of them are very difficult, and sometimes there really is no good answer. I get that. But it may require hard choices and, you know, cutting even loved ones out of your life and doing that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm going to shut up now. Thanks for watching, guys. And let me know your comments below. You know, I hope that I didn't piss anybody off, but I know it happens. This is a touchy subject. Keep on popping, K-Poppers. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and as always, I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.